Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we're talking about what our mission on earth is as humans. It's a big topic, big conversation. I really hope that you enjoy it. If you do, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And please check out my website at 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗥𝗏.com for additional resources and blog posts on your spiritual growth and awakening journey. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about kind of a bold topic, right? What our mission on earth is as humans. Now, take it or leave it. Take it with a grain of salt. Only take the messages that resonate. Obviously, this is my truth, and this doesn't have to be your truth. I'm just sharing with you the insight and the wisdom that I've gained on my own spiritual awakening journey, and this is what I know to be the truth for right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share that with you. So I believe that our mission on earth is to, first and foremost, as humans, to remember who it is that we truly authentically are. And I don't mean like, oh, what our personality is like or anything like that. I mean on a soul level, that we are spiritual beings. It's to remember that we are divine spiritual beings. We are not the ego. We are not our false sense of self, this identity with, our age, our work, how we look, what we do for a living, our thoughts, our identification with our thoughts, with fear, with what other people think of us. So all of that is part of the illusion. Okay, so we come to earth and we forget. We kind of have like amnesia. We forget who we are. Okay, we're born and we forget our past lives. We forget our true, authentic, higher spiritual nature. And we come here in these physical bodies with our minds, with everything, and we kind of forget. We don't know who we are. And then we go through this life trying to rediscover and remember who it is that we are, underneath all of the humanness, like the human stuff. And that's why a lot of people do gravitate towards this spiritual journey, because they feel deep down inside that there's something missing. They feel disconnection from life, from themselves, from other people. They're lonely, they're sad, they're depressed. And it is this disconnection that drives them on the spiritual journey, and that drives them to their truth, which at the end they discover. The truth is that we are all one, we are all connected. We are not separate from each other, okay? So that's the remembrance. And I believe that we're here on earth to awaken, to wake up, to awaken to that truth within us. But it's not just like a sick game that oh yeah, let's go to earth, let's forget everything, and then let's spend this, lifetime of being confused and lost and sad. There's a lot of lessons that you learn along your journey on earth. There's a lot of lessons from past lifetimes that you have maybe avoided and not learned, that you bring into this lifetime, like your karmic lessons. So there's a lot of growth and evolution that needs to be had on this journey to awakening. And even after awakening, the growth doesn't stop, Yeah, so we are here on this earth to grow and evolve and to raise our level of consciousness. And everything that happens to us, all of the life experiences that we have, are orchestrated, and they are here for a reason, for a divine reason. However bad they may seem, they are here to grow us and to evolve us and really to awaken us. It's really to wake us up to our true authentic selves. Every opportunity that happens, especially bad events in life, like tragedies, losses, heartbreaks, rejections, just like big unexpected changes in your life that seem really hard, are really the pivotal moments in our life that are here to awaken us, to wake us up out of this illusion, out of this ego identity. And it's usually when you lose everything, or you lose someone that you thought you were, you lose your job and you're like, well, I identified myself as this person in this job, and now I don't have this job. Who am I now? So it is those moments in life when you lose the attachments that you have, that you identify with, that you're like, well, I am a wife, I am a doctor, I am a rich person, this is who I am, this is how I identify myself as being. And then when you lose those physical things around you, because life happens, it's then that you have to look at yourself on a deeper level, look in the mirror and be like, well, okay, well, I'm still alive, I'm still here. I'm obviously not this label, that I have given myself. I am way more beyond the label. Who am I really? And then you go deeper and you discover that you are really just an infinite, eternal being that is just pure consciousness. Okay, that is who you are. That is your true nature. And we forget that. Okay, so we are on this journey to remember that, to learn a lot of lessons, to grow. Everything that happens to us, all the life experiences are here really to trigger us, to wake us up. And through this very difficult experience being on earth, because it's not easy being on earth, it's very it's hard, right, to be a soul and to all of a sudden be in this physical body where you don't know who you are. You feel lost and disconnected. So it's definitely a hard and difficult journey. It's a very dense dimension, right? It's the three-dimensional world. So there's time, there's space, there's so many limitations. We have so many limitations that the reason I think that we are here on such a tough planet, I guess, is because that's what grows us the most. That's how we can grow the most. If we were in the spirit world, just like floating around, being divine and one with everything, how can you learn? How can you really grow? I do believe that you grow through pain in a lot of ways and through hardship. Yeah, so I just feel like this is like the perfect school for all of us to come here and learn, and for our souls to evolve, and so that you can upgrade and elevate, and then your next lifetime you'll be higher and higher and higher, and you'll come closer and closer to that divine oneness that you are. So another reason that I believe we are here on earth, our mission is, like I said, it's to awaken to who we truly are, and it's to elevate our consciousness. But then once you elevate yourself, and once you do have some sort of an awakening, or you have a realization about yourself, or you have grown and healed yourself in some way, I do believe it is our duty to share the learning and the wisdom and the growth that you've experienced with other people. Now, this doesn't have to be like sharing it on YouTube and talking about your story. I'm just saying, like, using the wisdom that you have gained from your experience, and not just keeping it to yourself because you're scared to come out and you're scared to talk about it, but it's to open up about your experience and your story, and to help in whatever way that you can help other people who might be struggling, going through a similar issue. I feel like it is your divine duty to shed light on their experience and to try to bring them out. That brings me to my next point. I think that the reason that we are all here, our mission on earth, is to help each other and to bring each other back home. So if you have found home, you have found your inner divinity, and you have woken up to your spiritual nature, and that we are spiritual beings, and you feel connected to life, you feel connected to yourself, you have shattered the illusions. I'm not saying you're enlightened, but you have definitely elevated to a certain extent. It is our duty, it is your duty to remind your soulmates, which is really just your mates, in life. I feel we're all soulmates, and obviously there's like more serious soulmates, but just in a very simple way of putting it, we are all soulmates. We are all one. We are all connected. We are all from one source, right? So it's to bring our brothers and sisters back home, to remind them of who they authentically are, because they have forgotten. And I have this book here, The Little Soul in the Sun. This is a children's book. It's by Neil Donald Walsh. And I don't know if you've heard of this book, but this is like the best book. I highly recommend that you read it. It's like a little like picture book. You know what? Maybe I'll do like a story time and I'll read the book. I'll make a video and I'll like read the book, because it really it talks about, it's so cute. I don't know. It just it puts into perspective the fact that every single person that you have in your life is like, you almost like have like a soul contract with them that they signed up for, you both signed up for before you incarnated here on earth. And you signed up for them to come into your life and to help you, teach you something, or to help you learn a lesson that you came to earth to learn. So it might be like the book talks about, like, I want to come to earth and be forgiveness. Like, I want to learn how to forgive. And so the other little soulmate friend, right? Like the little soul in the sun. So they're like little soulmates. And they're like, okay, cool. Well, if you want to learn how to forgive, then I'm going to come through as your friend who's going to betray you, and you're going to have to learn to forgive me, And then he kind of is like, you would do that for me? Like, you would come to earth and you would sacrifice your high vibration and your love and light to be so low and so low vibrational, to do something so shady to me, to where I would hate you and I'd have to forgive you? You would do that for me? It's like, of course, we're all one. Like, we love and light, in the spirit world. And then they come to earth, and then on earth you forget that you had this contract with this person. And so it's really, if you look at like relationships from that perspective, and you have this person that comes into your life that really screwed with you, but really helped you like learn something and taught you a lesson, even if it was very painful, they really helped you. And even though they weren't aware of it and they weren't consciously doing it, it's all happening on a soul level, and it is happening for a reason. I'm not saying it's okay and to be like, oh, you're an angel, I praise you. No, but like, there are lessons that you can learn from this experience, however bad it is and however good it is as well. So it just like, there's no reason to be angry at anyone. And really, it's all about forgiveness, because it's all here for a purpose, because every single experience that happens to us is here to grow us and evolve us. And that is the ultimate mission here on earth. And the book also talks about, he's like, well, okay, you just have to promise me one thing, I'm going to come to earth, and I'm really going to lower my vibration to do this thing to you that's going to force you to forgive me, or give you the opportunity to forgive me, so that you can learn forgiveness in this lifetime. But I'm going to be so lost and so disconnected from my true, authentic self, that you have to promise to bring me back home. You have to promise to bring me back to remember who I am, because I don't want to get lost in that world of illusion. So then the little soul, the other little guy, is like, of course, I'll do anything for you. Like, I'll totally do that for you. And so they make this deal, this contract. And to me, that's like the most beautiful part of the story, because it's like, we have people around us, right? We have friends, we have family members, we have partners, we have lovers, we have even just regular people we don't know. And we see their struggle. You can't see their struggle if you're in the middle of the struggle too. But let's say that you've done some work on yourself and you've had like some sort of a transformation. And so you are able to see from a little bit higher of a perspective. And you notice these people around you who are struggling, who are genuinely lost, who are genuinely disconnected from their divinity, okay, from their spiritual truth. And you see this, and this is with everybody. I mean, you look around and you see all the angry people, and it's really, they're just lost. They don't know. They forgot. And somebody needs to remind them, And it's like, it's our duty on earth, our mission on earth, to remind people who we see are lost of their truth, to bring them back home. Okay. And I'm not saying to force spirituality on people and to force this. This is an art, and this is with balance, and you really have to rely on your intuition on this and intuitively do it, because I used to try to save everybody, and it pushed people away and it shut them down. So it's an approach, right? You have to learn the approach and how and who and when, because not everybody wants this. Not everybody's ready for this. It's not your mission to like save everybody. That's not what I'm saying. It's our mission to, when you feel it's right, and when you have come across that person that can use your help, and they're willing and they're open, and you just feel that, it intuitively, that there's hope here and there's potential, you use your powers, you use your magic, you use your powers, and you try to bring them back home. And the best way, I think, to bring people back home isn't necessarily through the ego and through yelling at them or telling them like, oh my God, look how shitty you are. You're just, no, the approach is not going to come through negativity and blame and belittling other people and making them feel like shit about themselves, because then you're trying to save them from the level of ego. You have to come from unconditional love. You have to come from compassion and understanding and forgiveness and presence and, just being really understanding their pain and being empathetic with them and compassionate to their pain and like what they're going through, and almost like not pushing it on them, but almost like exemplifying, like through your example, through your inspiration, you awaken something in them, and then they're interested, and then they come for more, and then you give more, and it's this dance with the other. Very intuitive experience, because you have to kind of feel when they're ready, but you will know, because if you're on this journey of spiritual awakening, and if you are awakened or awakening, you will inevitably get in touch with your intuitive self. Like that is your connection to your soul, to your higher self, to the divine. So you will naturally be more in tune and in flow, right? More out of ego and more into your body, more into your energy. You'll be reading energies a lot easier, picking up on things. You'll be able to even like channel messages. So don't worry about that. It will come naturally. You will know, but it's not about like forcing it onto them. It's a very gentle process. It's a very slow and gentle process to help bring people back home. And some people can handle more. Some people, I had a friend who he was just like, give it to me, like bring it on. And I just was, just helping him in a lot of ways, and it was really effective. And then some people you have to be more gentle. And it's our duty, it's our duty to see our loved ones, which is really everyone. We see them struggling, and we have to elevate. We have to help remind them of who they are. If we know who we are, if we've discovered this, we have to help our people, And I feel like that's how you help humanity. That's how you help heal the planet. That is how you raise the level of of humanity's consciousness, the collective consciousness. That's how you create more peace in the world, is obviously by creating peace within. Like you can't create peace in this world if you are at conflict with yourself, if you don't even know who you are, if you're disconnected and living in fear and ego, right? So the journey always begins with you, with the self, and then once you've done that, you help others too. Yeah, so that is, I believe, our mission on earth. It's to get in tune with who we truly authentically are, to elevate and grow through all of our life experiences. Everything is here to teach us and to grow us. It is to love unconditionally, to learn how to have compassion for people and to love them unconditionally and to see them as you, because we are all one, we're all connected, And so if I know that you and I came from the same one source, we're just separate little selves living out life, trying to individually grow and evolve, then you would naturally not judge other people. You would naturally see them with love and light. I know that's hard, okay? I know, because there's some shitty people out there that you're like, oh my God, how could I see the light? And, you don't always. And then that's not to say that you should love everybody like, yes, come into my house, let me, take care of you. No, like some people don't deserve to be in your life, and some people you need to cut out, and you have to be discerning, and you have to stand up for yourself, and you have to be, the leader of your own life and take control. So being on this path of helping others awaken and all of that, it's not about giving of yourself endlessly without boundaries and just allowing everyone into your life, even if they're horrible people and they take advantage of you and mistreat you. I think that's a misconception. People, like spiritual teachers especially, or like just spiritual people, they're just like, oh, well, I have to say yes. I have to be so compassionate to everything. Look, compassion, yes. You don't have to say yes to everything, okay? You can be compassionate from afar. So do remember that on the journey, okay? Don't just give of yourself and just, be totally drained at the end of the day. It's about being in balance and listening to you, listening to your body, listening to what is right for you. It's not at all about following a teaching and having that teaching tell you how to be a good person, how to be spiritual, No, it's not at all about that. It's about you and being in your power and knowing what is right for you, uniquely for you, because you are a unique being and you have your own unique path and journey with your personality, and all of the beauty that you are is there for a reason. It's the way it is for a reason, as long as it's coming from a place of love, okay? So it's not about being a certain personality. No, like be yourself. That's the journey. It's to be authentic, to be your true, authentic, deepest, highest self. And that doesn't always mean that you're just like loving everybody all the time. It means being honest and in your truth, and sometimes that means that you're not the nicest person, but it's based in love, and it's based in knowing that this is going to help and serve this person, even if it's not coming across as the most nicest thing. And I know that it's not coming from a place of trying to hurt you and trying to put you down. I know that it's coming from a higher place. So the truth is what this spiritual path is about. It's about truth. and authenticity. And you can't be afraid of telling people the truth. You can't, because then you're not being true to yourself. You're not being your truest, highest potential, your highest self. You're just playing small, trying to be nice to everybody because you don't want to hurt their feelings. No, that's not the path. So anyway, that is, I believe, our mission here on earth. I'd love to know where you are on your journey, on this spiritual journey. Leave it in the comments below, or you can send me an email. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'm sending you lots of love and the best on your journey. Bye.